Roosevelt has once said, and I quote, leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It's about one life influencing another. Unquote. Today, we have two significant presidents of the Rotaract Club of University of Sri Jayewardenepura who are really close to the present when we are looking at the Rotaract history. So today for the final session, we have none other than the 9th president of the club, Rotaract immediate past president, Vidushith Jayasundara, and the current president of the club, Rotaract Amasha Sirimanna. I warmly welcome both of you here today. First, I'll be asking some Rotaract related questions in general, like your achievements, experiences, like so and so. And then we will be moving on to a fun and exciting session, which I'll be explaining to you later, because I don't want to ruin the fun by divulging all the stuff from the beginning itself. So without any further ado, I would like to direct my first question to Vidushith. You should tell us about your Rotaract journey, like how you started Rotaract, what was your first project?
So I joined Rotaract in February 2018, and my first project was Rotaract Fellowship Summit, which was during Samudaya year. And then I actually got to work with Oceania. So my first project that I organized was Paduru Party, which was in November 2018. And then in January 2019, I was appointed as one of the assistant directors for club service. And then after Oceaniaki's tenure, I was elected president. And now after the presidential tenure, I was selected as a joint director for sports and recreational activities in the district steering committee.
So if I ask the same question from you, Amasha, like how would you answer that?
Okay, so I always say this story, it has a history. So I'll start with the beginning, very beginning. Okay, so when I entered the university, I actually didn't want to continue my university life, as you all know, because I had a different mindset at that time. And then I got to know about Rotaract through Dulani, and I dropped her a DM on Instagram saying that Aki, I really want to join the club. Recently, she shared the the screenshot of that chat actually, and she said, okay, so you have to follow these procedures to be a member of the club. And then I actually followed each and everything, and then that's how I joined Rotaract. My first project was IBON Sri Lanka. I was a member of the marketing team. I had to find hotels, hotel rooms for the international Rotaractors, the delegates. We planned to get down, but we couldn't do that because of the pandemic and some of the other reasons. Yeah, that was my first project.
So I am turning to you again. Our club was recognized as one of the best emerging Rotaract clubs of the year. So you definitely must have had an amazing team behind you, you know? So how was the support system and the backup you got from your crew?
Well, in terms of support, so let me start off with my executive committee. And I think looking back, I think I had the best that I could ask for. From the member base, from the club, even from the district itself. I think last year we had one of the best executive committees. Dulani as a secretary, she became one of the most outstanding secretaries at the district assembly this year. Rather last year, okay. And I had two wonderful VPs, Praneeth and Keshan. I think those two, I'd say, my biggest support that I had, like other than Dulani herself also. So I think especially the two VPs, the secretary, the treasurer, the editor, and I have to mention immediate past president Oceania also. They were the biggest support that I had. So talking about the director board and the assistant directors as well. So I had wonderful support from the director board and the ADs. also, which incidentally some of them became the president and the secretary and the PR directors. Most of the people are here. I think so. Looking back, I think I'm very thankful to them for the wonderful support that they've given to me, to the club, and all the members and the community and the movement itself. Yeah.
Thank you, Arya. So 2020 was a bit of a different year for all of us. So truly 2020 must have been a very challenging year for you, Amasha. So how did you face that situation as the 10th president of the club?
So it's like this, I was appointed as the 10th president of the club. We had a lot of challenges because we started our year in the middle of the pandemic, and we actually, when we were working as the general members, actually we found it really difficult to find sponsorships because since we are an institute-based club, we had to go each and every place and beg for sponsorships because that's how it is. However, I had that problem in my mind when I was actually taking the office. Anyway, I'm really happy to say that I actually am not believing in luck, I would say, but because of Rotaract, because of this presidency, I actually had to think about it because we actually managed to find a lot of sponsorships and some of the unexpected sponsorships, I would say, and we are doing really great. And I think talking about the pandemic, actually our people, they have managed to adapt to the change, and they have come up with different novel initiatives, and actually we are recognized because of their work. Actually, I should mention my board of directors and the rest of the people in the executive committee. So we are doing really great so far. So I'm hoping to end the year in a really good way with a high note, I would say.
So moving on to Vidushith Aya, can you name some of the projects which were so close to your heart during your period of presidency?
Okay, during my year, I'd say definitely Someone's Daughter, which went into another level, and For Them to Blossom, Saw, Rtr, and Padru Party, of course. And yeah, it's like everything was important when you're a president, because you can't say this is important and this is not.
And
yeah. So everything was good, but those few I mentioned, I'd say deserve a special note, I guess, because one of the reasons would be I got to know a lot of people, and a lot of leaders emerged from those projects, and who are the front runners of the club right now. So I think those projects deserved a bit of a special note.
So if I ask, what is your most unforgettable memory? What would you say? How would you address that?
In my year, okay. Unforgettable. I think for me, Rotaract is itself something that I can always keep at the very bottom of my life, because each and every day we gain new memories, new experiences, especially we meet new people, new friendships. It's like this actually. If I have something related to Rotaract, I always, that is one of the, the priorities in my life. So I always love each and every moment that we spent, and we are actually, looking forward to have in the near future. So yeah, I can't actually pinpoint, this day is, my favorite day, or this is the unforgettable day. I love each and every moment in Rotaract.
But I think Amasha wouldn't forget the Badulla visit that we had this year.
We are getting to that question. Please answer that question.
Oh, okay.
So I would like to know your most unforgettable Rotaract memory as well.
Well, there are quite a few, I'd say. So, Padru Party, the first project that I was a part of the organizing committee, was very memorable. I met a lot of good friends through that. Praneeth, Dulani, Keshan, Yasasi, and all of them. And also 2019 World Down Syndrome Day celebrations, which I attended as the president-elect. So that was one of the like bright memories that I have because of the children that I met there, and also of course being appointed as president itself was memorable. And last year when I got appointed as one of the joint directors in the district steering committee, but I think those few are quite special, but everything related to Rotaract is like treasure to me.
Yeah, especially DCMs.
Yeah.
So Amasha, my next question is directed to you. If you had to give one piece of advice to the fellow club members, what would that be?
Yeah, so I must say, be a passionate Rotaractor, because I always use this term in my whole year, which is be a change agent, which means who initiates the change. So be a person like that, and I would say Rotaract is one of the best platforms that you will ever have in your life to actually reach out a lot of places and a lot of new possibilities, experiences. So be a passionate member. Don't do Rotaract for the sake of it. Get it into your blood, into your body, and be a member, because this will give you a whole lot of opportunities.
All right, thank you. So now I have a common question for both of you. What would you say? What would you say is the biggest learning from your year as the president of the club? I would like to hear it first from Vidushith.
I'd say from my year, I learned a lot how to adapt to a dynamic environment, because right in the middle of our year, the coronavirus pandemic occurred. So it was back in March when the whole country went into lockdown. So by that time, we had some of our biggest projects coming up. One of few signature projects that we couldn't do according to our original plan, so we had to change everything. We had to go fully virtual for about 3 to 4 months, I'd say. So adapting to certain changes that are unpredictable, learning how to do that, I think one of the best learnings that I had. Yeah.
What do you, Amasha?
Yeah. So biggest learning is actually, I would say, as Vidushith said, I started my year in the middle of the pandemic, and actually we had only one physical monthly gathering so far out of all the 7 months. So it is a really challengeable, because you don't know who the people are, who the members are, you haven't seen them, but still they are giving their best to the club to take the club to the next level. And especially since we are an institute-based club, we have members from all the 7 faculties. We have the technology faculty. It's not inside the university, so there are certain faculties like that. So we met people from them, from those faculties actually, and we got to work with them. And it's like people are coming from different backgrounds, and we have to talk to them and listen to them. Despite all the the indicators that we have to judge them and all. So we managed to do that in a really good way, I would say.
All right. So now is the time for that fun and exciting part of the session, as I told you before. I wanted to keep both of you a little more curious until the last moment. So it goes like this. It's a little something I would like to call the rapid fire session. Okay. So I'm nearly going to ask almost 10 questions for each of you separately. So what you have to do is answer as soon as possible. All I need is like direct and short answers. So I'm not expecting any details. So it won't be a big of issue. So and I kindly request not to take any questions personally. After all, we are here to have some fun. So and the lucky person to go first is Vidushith Jayasundara, of course.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Describe your executive committee in one word.
Brilliant.
What is the true reason you joined Rotaract?
Fellowship.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the little bird, he told me that you had something to do with the letter N.
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
Oh, yes.
Direct answer. Alright. Moving on. So who is your Rotaract role model and why?
I'd say Ushani, Aki. Sorry, I have to give an explanation.
Go on.
Okay. So I'd say Ushani Aki, our immediate past president, because I think she had a very challenging year, and I think she was very fundamental to the development that we had for the past 2-3 years. I think that's her vision that's keep on progressing. So when I was starting I started my journey as a Rotaractor, and she was a person I really looked up to, and I think I worked under her, and when I was elected as president, she took me under her wing, and like grooming a president, like what should you do, like how to do these things and all that. So yeah.
Okay. So have you ever looked at the fellow Rotaractor as someone who was, more than just a friend to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So give one piece of advice to the current president of the country.
Be the person that you really are. So keep on being the person that you really are, because I'd say she has been brilliant for the past 7 months, and I'd say keep going and don't stop at the end of the year. Keep on being a Rotaractor, continue the Rotaract journey.
Nice. So why is it wherever you go, you are stuck with girls and you being the only guy? Like why? Do you have any explanation for it?
I don't have an explanation for that, because I don't know why. Yeah, that happens.
Speechless to us. Okay, moving on. Name 3 things you learned from Rotaract.
Leadership, commitment, and connections.
So were you a person who attended installations just to eat the food?
Yeah.
And advice to our fellow club members?
I'd say I think previously you asked the same question to Amasha.
Yeah.
You directed the same question to Amasha, and I agree on most of the things that she mentioned. So being a Rotaractor doesn't mean that you are just a part of a WhatsApp group or anything like that. So being a Rotaractor truly means that you have to be there and represent your club and be an ambassador of the movement to the community, and always work passionately, and don't ever work for like looking forward to like getting a position in the future. Don't ever do that, because if you work if you work from your heart, if you truly deserve a position, you will always get it. And it doesn't matter whether you have a position or whether you are president or secretary or whoever you are. Being a Rotaractor itself is a privilege, and enjoy it, because this is an experience that you cannot gain from anywhere else in the world. And yeah, be passionate and be genuine about it.
Okay. So the next question is a bit of a hard one for you, I guess, because you have to be 100% honest and answer from the bottom of your heart. Okay. Choose one between Rotaract and Lionel Messi.
Okay, good. You have to change the question. You ask Rotaractor football. Because don't say one person. Because I like.
Okay, I know the answer. It's Lionel Messi. If so.
No. I'm saying don't ask Rotaractor Lionel Messi, because I don't like Lionel Messi as such. I like football as a game. And
Okay, so let's change the question like this. Choose one between Rotaract and football.
I don't think that will be a problem, because mostly Rotaract happens during the daytime. So being in being in Asia, football always happens after midnight because things are happening in Europe. So I actually can manage both.
No need of explanations. Anyway, okay.
All right. So, and finally, what does Rotaract Club of University of Sri Jayewardenepura mean to you?
Everything.
It's so sweet. And thank you so much, Aya. You surely did a great job. And your time of being nervous is over. Now it's Amasha's time. So you can relax now. Let's move on to Amasha. Ready or not? Here we go. Describe Rotaract in one word.
The best.
So, why do you eat biryani after every club project? And can you tell us about your dietary plans?
I love biryani. Okay, so
Do you want me to ask that?
no, talking about my dietary plans, okay, I'm speechless right now. I should diet because I'm a bit,
You're on the edge.
yeah. Let's see. I don't want to answer that question.
Okay, so name 3 things you learned from Rotaract.
Time management, helping the needy people, to recognize the people who are in need, and friendship.
Huh? So, can you name the person with 2 other karyas?
Can you name a person?
No, the person who has 2 other karyas. The person.
None other than our immediate past president, Vidushith Jayasundara.
Okay, so can you tell us who these Vadakaryas are?
Well, the current president and secretary, of course.
So, okay, Amasha, back to you. Can you name 3 columns? Can you name the 3 columns in our blog?
Okay, projects, news nest, and then the other one is backstage.
Nice. Then name 2 projects that's completing their 3rd consecutive time.
For them to blossom, butterfly effect.
Okay. Have you ever looked at a fellow Rotaractor as someone who was more than just a friend for you? Yes or no question?
Yes.
Okay. So how was the Badulla visit? Like, can you share the most unforgettable experience you had?
The hike itself was the most unforgettable.
So, and what does Rotaract Club of University of Sri Jayewardenepura mean to you?
As he very correctly said, everything for me.
Thank you, Amasha, and you did great too.
Thank you.
So it was such a pleasure and an honor to have Vidushith and Amasha with us today. I hope you all had a good time reminiscing your good old days. And thank you, Vidushith and Amasha, for being here today with us, despite your busy schedule.
Yeah, I have to say something. I should thank the editor of the club, Harumi, because she badly wanted to organize this, and she relaunched the blog, and she has a lot of plans, and I should thank her and her blog team.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank
all
you.
your future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But we are not quite done with you today. We have a small request from from all of us. So we all have a request from both of you. Just sing a song. I know you two were just backing down first, so I'll suggest a song, Mango.
Okay.
And I request the audience to join too.
Mango nandage duango kumari Kisumani panela gihilla Ha 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 Dawet pila polave Nenedam pasutavita
Mango
Kalu nembe Okada me pate Sandayam bala Gedari
පැනගත්තේ මගෝ කලු නැන්දේ මොකද මේ පැත්තේ සැන්දෑයම බලා ගෙදරින් පැනගත්තේ